company is Crystal Technology Screens. Anytime you see me up early in the morning, it's because I have a lot to do. And we have deadlines coming up that we have to have certain products done at a certain time. As you all know, we're building our second company under the Black Series Edition.com. But still, this has to be brought up. This has to be addressed. Oh, man. So I have been advised by other individuals and other people that basically are in the home theater world that this needs to be addressed. That this is just as worse as knockoff projectors, just as worse. Knockoff projectors, I think, are tested. I'm not sure, but not tested the way it should be tested, and that's why they're crap. And the reason why this needs to be addressed because there are people out there that are making fake screen paint products and doing a lot of smoke and mirrors to try to make you believe that you're actually getting something when you're really not. You're actually getting just house paint. And that's a huge, huge scam. And there's the reason why these tests are very important to prove that the customer is not receiving any form of, is receiving a real product and not everyday house paint. And as you can see by our test results that we've been doing in the last couple of days, our product just doesn't match house paint in any way because we can back it up. And this is the kind of testing and guarantee that the customer needs. This is just as worse as knockoff fake projectors. And, the customer buys a projector, he thinks he's going to do all this stuff at the end of the day, and then he gets it home and it's absolute crap. And this is what these fellows are doing at the end of the day. This is why we've been requesting for them to do these tests against basic. This is an Amazon product, the Microblend paint and primer Slip Silver. I didn't get a chance to add the rest in the caption because when I'm done, I'm going to put the rest of it in there. But we're also requesting the Network Gray 773 to be done on several screen paints. These are individuals that are getting on camera and they're talking about things that their products can do, and they have no videos, nothing backing up anything they're saying. Just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. So we're going to keep asking for this test to be done. Until then, we advise customers do not purchase from these individuals. Only purchase from people at the end of the day, us and other people that are making products that actually work, that don't have outlandish capabilities attached to them. One of the ones, our personal favorite, is the Cinemax that claimed in multiple demonstrations it could pull a 100% contrast level, as light as that product is, next to black screens, which is virtually impossible. It can't even match gunmetal technology. So we know something's wrong there. And also, too, we find it interesting that the individual who made these accusations, Crows1176, channel YouTube, also, too, he has a product called the UV Mix, which we have into the next room. We found a sample of it downstairs. The UV Mix is much darker than the Cinemax, so the UV Mix would have a better chance of pulling a better contrast level, but yet the Cinemax is claimed to be to pull a contrast level darker than a black screen. Anybody with common sense would pretty much be to look at that and go, that's not going to happen. This is the reason why he cannot take his products over to AVS Forums or any of the sites, because they would see through the nonsense and they would basically denounce him and tell him to get out of their face, because again, not possible. This is the reason why I explained to you many times in demonstrations that any projectors that are being used in that demonstration, regardless of whether it's certified or not certified, that in order to get that, receive that same image, you're going to have to sand the same projector or better. And if you notice in demonstrations under the Epson 955, whether it's a W or WH, doesn't make a difference. His screen completely washed out when it came to the contrast levels. Now, which we find interesting, on his channel with the P2, we didn't have those problems. And that's why I told you, pictures that you're seeing on the high-end projector, you must own that projector or have a projector that's higher in order to achieve that. And again, you will be stuck in a dark environment. If you could produce that level in a fully lit environment, I think he would try, but he can't because it will not work. And for that to end up on a high-performance machine like that would be a huge pill to swallow. But let's get back to the fake screen paint products. So, for customers who don't know, this is a warning that the Cinemax is clearly a huge scam screen paint. The reason why, because the individual, Crow1176, Fernando Gonzalez, made a video trying to back his product against network Gray 773, and in the process he ended up matching the paint. It was an excruciating video for him. It's an experience that I guarantee he probably never ever wants to go through again. And this is the reason why if we do any test with network Gray 773 involved, he would avoid it at all costs. He doesn't want to go through that ever again. So we're just going to show you a few short things here. We'll show you that I don't like to call people scammers and fakes at the end of the day unless I have hardcore evidence backing this up. We will show you the deleted video that no one can find. There's actually several deleted videos, but this is a deleted video he took off his account after getting on camera and pleading and discussing and telling people at the end of the day his product is not network gray, to have the individual come in and remove his own video because he realized it does match network gray. We will also show you the website, which we are hoping that the product is not there anymore. It should not be there due to the fact that if you do have a product that is matching everyday house paint, this is something you need to remove off the website. It should not be there. Another thing too, you shouldn't have any YouTube videos on it at all, period, anywhere, because this is a product that is fraud from the door. Now, people, this comes from not testing your products. If he had properly tested the products, then he would have realized that he was matching these products, which means it clearly shows the product was never tested. It's a rush product. And a rush product is where people just mix things together real fast. They put it in a dark environment. They use enhancements of high-end projectors, calibrated projectors to correct the colors. And then what they'll do is they'll basically say this image is coming from the screen when it's clearly coming from the projector. Now, proof, if your image was coming from the screen only, then the Epson projector would have produced the same image as the P2. And they didn't do that. So there you go. This is the reason why it doesn't do the side-by-side demonstrations of 720p versus 4K versus 1080p versus 720p. We've done all those test demonstrations already. All right, so let's have a looky. We're going to come off the Slip Silver real quick. We're going to come over here and we're going to look at videos. One missing video we only need. In this one missing video, you will see this is Fernando Gonzalez on the video. You will also see that he is actually holding receipts for network Gray 773. Keep in mind, this is a video he made to defend himself to prove that his product wasn't network Gray 773. Now, we've done these demonstrations multiple times, and when I first popped the top, the first thing I said was, this is not good, this is not going to go well, it's going to match. And 6 months to a year later, I mean, we've had to ask him just about every day to do these tests. His customers pressured him, put pressure on him to tell him, look, you need to do these demonstrations or we're not going to buy anything from you. And that's what he did. He did the demonstration. And like I said, came on camera, brimming with confidence, believing that he was going to overpower the pictures, not describing who the individual was, just to get a fair people on there that may dislike him or just come out and say, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. We wanted a fair opinion to see how people would react. And everyone said the same thing. They couldn't tell the difference from one from the other. With that being said, well, he finally realized it. I'm pretty sure people like that, when they go through that particular transition, will go before friends and family and ask for their opinion just to get somebody to say, nah, those are different. Those are definitely different. But I'm pretty sure he did receive that. I'm pretty sure he received family members telling him that it did match. Friends saying it did match. And I'm pretty sure he became discouraged and upset and angry. So, like I said, videos were removed. Now, the videos weren't removed because of that. The videos were removed because we have requested him to place those videos directly onto his website, showing that he's not misleading the customers. So that way they can look at the videos and make a decision whether to buy his product or just go to Sherwin-Williams and pull it off a shelf. He never put the videos on the website. He never made any kind of videos put on the website showing those comparisons. And because of this request, he went in and tried to actually remove one of the videos and placed it under the second video was placed under the first name of the second video had the name of the first video. So a video was missing. So as I'm going back and asking him, where's the video? We figured, you know what, forget it. We already know what he does. Likes to delete stuff off his account. We'll go in and we'll grab the other video. And upon grabbing the other video, he actually removed the video in the middle of a live stream. That's also too posted on the different forum sites of individuals we caught red-handed trying to hide evidence. Solid Wake 5. That's another individual we'll talk about another time. Individual came in. We're going to bring that one up again. People have been asking me about that one right there. It's a fellow who faked an order and receipts and all kinds of crazy stuff. And he literally, we caught him in a live stream removing his videos off his account. He's erasing everything off his account, changing everything, just trying to hide evidence. But that's usually what happens when they get busted, they get caught. All right, so let's go to the blacklist over here. And we're going to bring up the missing videos that people have not been able to find. But you can go to the blacklist, you can watch them for yourself. All right, here we go. Now, I have to say, honestly say this up front because we know these individuals get very angry, they get frustrated, they get very upset over this, and they feel for some reason I'm coming at them. No, I'm not coming at you on that level. I'm coming at you in a way where you need to be exposed because, as I said before, there are people that will fall into your cobweb of lies, get caught up in your cobweb of lies, really thinking that's actual, you're screen paint doing this. And the fact that you still have that product on your website, the fact that you still have, there's a video of you showing you matching the product, clearly shows that you are a scammer and you need to be outed. And we have been to multiple forum sites showing people these videos and they're just dumbfounded, that they're shocked that most of them have your products and they're upset because this is something they have on their wall that they clearly could have walked over to Home Depot and Lowe's, picked up and got the same reaction. All right, so some of the other videos we've caught the individual on, black and white paint, literally a video of him making a product of black and white paint. It gets pretty, he's pretty bold. I'll tell you one, he's very, very bold. Now, this is the video right here. That's the video basically that terrifies him. This right here is the Network Gray 773. We'll play a little bit of this. I'll put the link to the blacklist below. You see it for yourself. He actually shot this video and really thought at the end of the day that his product didn't match. Now, I don't know, I'm not trying to insult the fellow at the end of the day, but I'm pretty sure you need to get your glasses checked. Because that right there, we posted on the forum site, every individual that came in said the exact same thing. They don't see the difference. Now, is that his video? Yes, it is. There's the title of the missing video. All you would have to do is type in Network Gray 770 or Crows1176, Network Gray 773. If he's on there, he'll pop up showing it. This is how we're able to track down the video because, as I said before, I've had this conversation with them and we find the video, the paint's matching perfectly. So I don't know where in the world he got the idea that that wasn't going to match. All right, so there's the Cinemax against the Sherwin-Williams Network Gray 773. And it's going to blow up. You'll get a chance to see him walk on camera, explain himself, show receipts showing he purchased a product. Keep in mind, this is a video he did to back his, saying that it didn't match in any way whatsoever. Now, keep in mind, he's done this before. He's done this way back with the Bare silver screen versus the personal mix. We have a copy of that video, too, of him walking out of a Home Depot with Bare silver screen in hand and doing the demonstration with the screen match perfectly with no problem. But I don't understand what he's seeing. That's what I don't get. But for some reason, I feel that he's seeing something completely different. So different that it's like almost like I said, the earth spinning off its axles, like that much of a difference. But there's no difference there at all, period. So here we go. So let me bring it a little more. There we go. There are the receipts that he's in his hands. that's showing that he purchased this product, which he's showing on camera. Look, I came in, I went to Lowe's, sorry, I went to Sherwin-Williams, I picked up these products, I'm doing this test. This guy's a complete liar. Literally went this whole speech on how we're a liar. I said, okay, I'm watching it. And this, like I said, shows off the can, pops the top, shows how the paint looks like. Now, the part that gets me is that you made this video to back your product not matching Network Gray 773. And yet you matched the product. And then in the middle of the video, things became extremely crazy, where basically, yeah, the paint was beating the crap out of him. And it just, you can see he was exhausted, he was nervous, he was fidgeting, he was agitated. It was just so much going on that even at parts in the video where he basically tries to come in and make the video look, try to cover it up. I don't know how he's going to get away with that one, but, waving his hand in front of the camera, he knocked the camera to the floor, kept fiddling with the camera, kept touching the lens, picking up objects and putting them directly in front of the screen, even his own body. From time to time, he kept getting up and walking in front of the camera, blocking as much as he could. He got busted red-handed. Now, there are a couple of other YouTubers, I think they're customers of him, who got cheated. They were dubbing the videos and basically sharing, putting it out there so people can see that, again, this is not an individual with trust that comes in screen paint. There's another YouTuber who actually put him on blast, was very upset on how he treated a company. It's a small company that basically develops these screens. The screens are nice. I had a couple of them over here. I actually have one over here. It doesn't match our technology, but it's still a nice screen. But he just slandered the product. Actually, he reversed the screen. When you reverse, oh my goodness, hold on for a minute. I just noticed something right there. I noticed in my own video, I didn't see that. Hold on for a minute. I just saw something. Hold on a minute. I just saw something in my own video that I didn't see before. Sometimes when some people are trying to prove themselves, they will actually out themselves at the same time. All right, now, Network Gray 7.3 is a light screen paint. It is. It's a little lighter screen paint. The Slip Silver is actually lighter than the Network Gray 773. But this is what I'm finding interesting. I just saw this, and there are times where you will see the Cinemax fade out completely. Mind you, the projector he's using is a laser projector. This is a P2 projector, laser ultra short throw projector that has a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. This is the problem we have here. I want you to look at that. I'm going to take my stand for a minute. Do you see how washed out the screen is? His screen is completely washed out. I know in certain times in the video we've seen his screen paint, his product wash out, but look how badly it washes out. Now, I want to tell you something too. When he pulls the camera back, you will notice a red lamp behind him. The red lamp is pointed directly at the center area of where the Network Gray 773 is sitting. That's why it's washed out around the screen in that area, because he tried to wash out the screen as much as possible in the demonstration, but try to make it look like the lamp was being used because it was used for something to make it a well-lit environment. These are the kind of tricks you got to watch them for. But do you see that image? That's supposed to be a night sky. And that is a $3,300 projector with a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast that's not receiving an ounce of contrast. This is the same reaction that we saw. Oh my goodness, I can't do this today. I'll do it tomorrow. We do it tomorrow. That's something else. We got even more proof that that product is just we got proof the product is fake, but see that bezel around the screen? See that black bezel? It's the same black bezel he used on the customer with the Epson projector. The same washout here is the same washout there. It's the same washout with the OLED horse. Same complete color pattern of washout. But that is a $3,300 projector with a 2 million to 1. That's what I told you. The P2 projector does. Wow. He really washed out. So that's why I said some people, in a rush of trying to beat this product, he was actually outing his screen at the same time, because it did come up in the forum site a few times where, what projector was he using? I said, oh, that's a P2. And he said, it washed out that bad. I said, yeah, it washed out that bad. I didn't realize that when I was going through the videos, when I showed the night sky, it completely washed out. These are things that they try to avoid when they're doing demonstrations. Not a lot of contrast levels because they'll have issues. And this product right here reacts just like this product. See where the light is sitting? The light is sitting directly in the line of the screen. So what he's doing is he's actually hitting the screen and he's trying to wash it out as much as possible. But he's also washing his screen also too at the same time. Now they consider this, that could be an improvement. That's horrible. I couldn't imagine. Now here it is right here. Look at this. See how he's matching the screen with no problem. And keep in mind that background, when the OLED comes up, when the Sony comes, any technology involving, what's it called, OLED technology, when it comes up, that image is supposed to be a solid black, and then the OLED image pops through. It's not supposed to be gray. Never supposed to be gray. If it's coming up gray, that's an issue. This is why these issues need to be addressed on, oh, that's on right there. Skin tones match perfectly. Now, on our end, this is how it's supposed to look. This is a gunmetal technology versus a network Gray 773 in a white sheet of paper. We're just showing people that this is how you're supposed to show a reaction. You can't, screens can't match. You have to show a huge, massive difference between night and day. If you have to walk up on top of a screen to show the difference, that's not good. That's a bad results. You don't want that. All right, let's go over here. Let's get into, I want to show more of the food demonstrations. Now, seeing what you're seeing here, you're watching the network Gray 773 match his screen. And you can go watch the full demonstration for yourself. You can also have a little fun, see if you can track down and find the video, which we have a few people trying to track down and find the video, which they were unsuccessful because, again, these videos were removed off the account due to the fact that the individual got caught. Let's see what's going on here. No, not caught, sorry. Yeah, that's right, he definitely got caught. Now, we're more curious now about the Slip Silver. What makes the Slip Silver, let me see what's going on here. Here we go. What makes the Slip Silver so dangerous is that the microblend can be ordered anywhere. Unlike like a Sherwin-Williams, you would have to go to, some people don't have a Sherwin-Williams in the area, some people don't have a Sherwin at all. Down here, I don't even have a Home Depot down here. I got to drive all the way out to the middle of nowhere to go to a Home Depot. So that makes it harder for me to get my hands, if I want something from Home Depot, like the Dynasty, Black Dynasty, we had to drive all the way out to get that, bring it all the way back in. You can't order that anywhere. So with the Amazon, what makes it so dangerous, Amazon can be ordered anywhere. Majority of most people have Amazon Prime. So you can just go in and just order it right off Amazon, or have Amazon, order from Amazon, and have it shipped to your front door. That's what makes it dangerous for him, because people can get easy access to it anywhere. And that's the reason why he does want to do the demonstrations. On top of that, after going through this right here, this was excruciating for him. He does not want to repeat this process again for any call, for anything to repeat at all. If you go to his YouTube channel, there is nothing there labeled. See? Nothing there labeled saying the microblend. He has one label up there, and it's just him trying to do a podcast talking about some nonsense, but no demonstration yet. So this is our 5th request. Matter of fact, it should be 6. I should have put one in yesterday, but I didn't put one yesterday because I'm busy. I have a lot of work. But I have time to get up in the morning, get this out of the way, get this done, because I received text messages, a few emails of people is doing this at the end of the day, and so bold about it at that, just right in his customer's faces. He's just scamming them right from the door. Or not only just me that's disgusted by this, Jamie. There are people in home theater that think it's very disgusting what you're doing. Very disgusting that you're going and you're cheating and you're stealing from people and you're bold about it. You don't care. But those days are numbered. His website won't be there sooner or later. We were in the process of working through Wix. His site's under investigation and it's already been escalated. He's in the process of having his site removed for good. Now he'll probably switch over to eBay or probably go to another provider to continue on with the scams. But until then, you'll be off that site. We'll take care of that. And as you can see, look at that. Look at that match right there. And that's what fellow got right there on camera and said, no, it's not matching. It's not the same thing. This is a different product. You can see the slight hue. You can see the discoloration. It pulls a better contrast level. It's just the lies just went on. There was no end to it. All right, now, after seeing this, let's go over to, let me see. I want to pick up some other demonstrations involving foods. Now, keep in mind also, too, on his website, he has a policy under his shipping policy. It used to state that once the item was delivered to your front door, it was yours. Now he has in his exchange policy that if you pop the top, if you open it, just to look at it, you don't even got to touch any of the paint, just to look at it, you cannot get an exchange. I don't know why you would want to exchange. You're just going to end up getting house paint. So that's what it's going to come down to. Now these websites being and already being investigated, but also too, the fellow is being investigated by the U.S. government for 2 accounts of mail fraud. We just went in and got, I had documents that came here. Those documents were we submitted with the attorneys, and attorneys wanted from there because I'm not doing that paperwork at the end of the day, but they're submitting all the information. He deliberately sent items to us that were not so, committing fraud. And then he used the United States Postal Service to carry out these deeds and therefore put him in the category of 2 accounts of mail fraud. That does not look good. If you're selling a product, if you're trying to be an honest company at the end of the day, and you're being investigated by the government for mail fraud. And now we have this, the Network Gray 773 scandal, the Cinemax scandal. Now, see all this, right? Everything, food's matching quite nicely. All that's matching. Look at this, right? Colors are matching, everything perfectly. No problem whatsoever. Comes on and preaches that the Cinemax is the best screen paint ever. He kind of reminds me, I like to watch a lot of Westerns. He kind of reminds me of those fellows who had those rickety chuck wagons, and they call themselves selling this magic elixir to people in the town that don't know who they are. They pray they don't know who they are because they did find out they probably would hang them. But anyway, they would go to these towns and they would have another person in the crowd that would act like he doesn't know them, and he would be real sick, come to the crowd coughing and carry on. He would give him this magic elixir, and all of a sudden he would be well again, and then the crowd would feed into it and just start buying it up. And then the guy would just steal from probably sugar water at the end of the day, I thought it pretty much was. And then they would go to the next town. But every so once in a while, these guys would bump into somebody that was from the next town over, and it was like, yeah, I remember you. And that would be the end of it right there. Chances are, in the end, they would end up getting hanged from a tree somewhere, or pretty much probably shot dead in the street, or depending on where they were at. But that's what happens to people who do these things. And this is what the Cinemax is. Cinemax is sugar water. So you see how well that's matching right here? Now, mind you, he came into one of the rooms. We're actually showing this off, and he tried to spread some more lies by saying, well, it's your camera making this effect. Well, if it's our camera making this effect, we simply said, you don't mind digging up the video and posting it directly to your website, which on his website, nothing's there. He didn't post it. All right, now seeing that right there, how that's matching quite well, let's go over to the let's go pop over to his website to see if this product is, he's still selling the Cinemax product. This is what we find very disturbing. Let me go turn to the side because I have business contacts that come up. Let's put this right here so you can see why we need him to do these tests. And he says something very important. He says should have been done before he started selling the product. They definitely should have been done before he started selling the product. And there are some angry customers. He found some angry customers very upset. A lot of them had the same complaints that the screens were washing out. Contrast was extremely bad. Colors weren't pulling up correctly. There's another fellow who was upset because the screen paint was matching. The UV was coming up matching the basement. Not matching the basement wall. The basement wall was producing a brighter image than the UV mix. It came up too dark. Way too dark. So let me see. Delivered. Oh, that's fantastic. I have a customer right now who's doing a detailed track on his order. His product was just delivered. I have I pay extra for the detailed tracking to figure out where your packages are going to, so I can track your packages anywhere from here easily. So I pay a certain amount of money every month. So right now I just got a notification showing this order was delivered. I'm gonna call them up today. Package delivered. You're good to go. Because you have to understand, yeah, but the post office, we can design a label. It'll be done. Give it to the postal worker. You see me do it on camera. Give it to the postal worker. It's on its way. But when it gets to the facility, sometimes they're not scanned right away. Sometimes it takes time for them to be scanned because they could be backed up or overwhelmed. But, you know, like I said, they'll contact me and say, hey, it's still saying that it's not showing it was delivered. I can understand that. But like I said, your packages always get delivered. We take care of you. All right. So let's go over here, and I'm just happy that I got the notification saying it was delivered. Let's go over here and let's pull up search. I gotta look for Crow on here because we have a lot of canceled orders and just other things from this individual. And come in here and grab his what you call it, reporting his website. Yes, definitely coming up on that one. All right, let's go over here. Crow's Gmail. All right. Now, how we got this, we'll talk about that later on. And cancellations. Can't back the products up. So many cancellations. But let's go over here. We're going to go into the website. Now, be warned, when we go into the website, this is an individual who has a very nasty temper. He does have a habit of carrying on rants, curse words. This is why his account is being terminated through Wix, because he felt the need, in the middle of a live stream of outing him for cheating customers, he felt the need to post pornography. And by doing that, this is a strong strike against Wix. This is something they do not tolerate. And if you have a site that's developed for that particular form of adult entertainment, like I'm designing a website right now upstairs, you will have a little list will come down and ask you, what is your site all about? And if you say it's for adults, so and so, then these little disclaimers will pop up. All this stuff will come up because, you know, you have to go through all that. And that's what happens. But he doesn't have that for his site. His site is not showing it's designed for adults. So because of that, he violated serious policies over there. His account's under investigation, and he's in the process of having his account and website removed for good. Also, to receiving a permanent ban from Wix altogether, where he can never go on their site ever again and ever make nothing ever again. So that's what happened. And why this happens, because like I said, the individual has an extremely nasty temper and got upset over this, and that's what he felt to do. I don't understand. I can't express this enough. I tell people at the end of the day in business, leave your personal feelings at the door. It'll be your downfall. All right, so let's go into the website. Let's see if the Cinemax is still being sold after showing you that this product matches house paint. And this is not our match. This is not us saying, hey, look, this is our video showing you. This is the person who's selling the product. This is the owner. This is the person who calls himself the CEO of this company, is basically has a video of him matching house paint. But now he is still selling the product. Oh, he's still angry. We don't pay attention to that. That's him over there cursing and carrying on. Now, Jamie, you do know your account's on investigation. Curse words, anything that comes up, if I snap a picture of that and send it over, it's going to make more problems for you. So I would refrain from calling me curse words and carrying on, because right now you are under investigation. Your account is being looked through, and now your account's in the process of being terminated because you're able to submit pictures of what you were actually displaying back to us. So what they did a remote control access to my phone, and I was able to pull up the images, and they were able to screenshot those images. So there is a person in their security department that has taken special interest and to remove him completely off the site because they don't want his business. So that curse word you just called me, guess what? That's going to be documented. It'll be sent over to him today. I warned you. That's why I say he doesn't learn. Look at this. Crow can't learn. It's just how he is. He's a very angry person. Very, very angry person. Always upset. Always angry. It's a shame. This is how he is. This is how he acts. Very sad individual. That's what he believes. And mind you, this is a person who is getting caught right now. As I'm showing you, this is his reaction. This is how angry he is to getting caught. That's supposed to be a professional at the end of the day. This is a person who's taking your credit cards and debit cards, who has your personal information. This is how he carries himself as a professional. Jamie's very upset, and I'll tell you why. Because again, I'm showing you his video of him matching Network Gray 773 and still selling the product on his website. Buddy, I'm going to tell you something. This makes you a scammer. Do you understand this? It's the part you're not getting. Number one, you're showing hostility. You're very upset. You're angry, getting mad, calling me curse words. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't hurt me. It just outs you at who you are. You're angry because you are busted. Your Cinemax is a major scam. Is that not you in the video? It is you in the video. Did anyone put a gun to your head and force you to do that video? No one did that. That's you. You did that. You walked on there. You did the video. You lied through the entire video through camera, telling people it's not matching, and it was matching. You wanted to remove the video off your account, and you are still selling the product on your website. That doesn't say scammer. I don't know what doesn't. And then on this side, you're upset and you're angry and you're cursing and carrying on and acting up. Not professional. All right, let's go through. And mind, this is an open mic. So when he comes in here, same cursing and carrying on you see here, he does it over here. Emojis, multiple accounts, claiming that it's not him. It's a mess. It's a mess. But he has to do whatever he can to try to, I don't know what you're trying to do at the end of the day, honestly. This is why I tell you clearly from seeing this demonstration, from seeing the other demonstrations, he doesn't know what he's doing. He does not know how to make screen paint products in any way whatsoever. His experience in the field is actually, it's horrible. You're scared of testing house paint. Didn't we just do a demonstration yesterday on multiple levels of house paint? Sad dude. And look. This is, I'm going to show you. I want y'all to see up hand how this person is. He says, I'm scared of house paint. We have multiple demonstrations on house paint. As a matter of fact, I'm doing another black on black demonstration. I've done that today. I've done it multiple times. We've done Network Gray. We've done, speaking of house paint, we're still waiting for you to do this. This is my 5th time asking you to do this. And you want to tell me I'm scared of doing house paint? Okay, let's move on. All right, so that's Jamie right there. That's Crows1176. This is his website right here. And basically posted that I'm scared to do house paint, but yet we do these demonstrations every day. As a matter of fact, we're doing them today also on top of that. But we're scared. Okay, and we're the ones asking him to do Slip Silver and Network Gray on all the products, but let's move on. All right, now as you can see right here, the product is still being sold on this website. He has in his policy here, his return policy. I've showed you this many times before. Those who are watching this for the first time, this is why we warn you to watch out for this individual. Right here, he clearly states that return policy, once the product is delivered, can't express enough. You need to spell that correctly. No returns or refunds. So wait a minute, the product is delivered. Once it's delivered, he got two of those in there. I just thought about that. He has two nasty policies in there. So he says, once the product is delivered. So if it's delivered to your house, you're still not getting any refunds or returns, nothing. Once it pops up on your property, you don't get nothing at all, period. And if you open it, you can't get an exchange. Gee whiz, I just thought about that. That's even messed up than what I was reading before, because I'm so bent on the exchange. I didn't really read that. That's crazy. So basically, this is a beyond no return policy. So say you never open it. You never open it at all, and it lands on your property. You can't get an exchange, and you can't get a refund. And say if you open it, you can't get an exchange, you can't get a refund. He covered everything to make sure that he could keep your money. Look what it says. Return and refund policy. Once the product is delivered, no refunds or no returns or refunds. If it's delivered, only exchange for a different mix if contain. Well, it doesn't make any sense. Then if you're telling people they can't get no returns if the product it lands only, then why would you put only in there? You just said no returns and no refunds. Then why would you put only exchange? There wouldn't be any exchange. There wouldn't be an only there because you just clearly stated if it was delivered, you're not getting anything anyway. So why would there be an only exchange? Okay, that's why I said confusing policies from him. Only. See right here it says? It's weird. Well, he's saying the product is, once the product is delivered, no returns or refunds. So that's pretty much it right there. Only exchange. So how can you get an exchange if it was delivered? If your policy is telling people if this product is delivered, you don't get anything. You don't get no returns, you get no this, you know that. But you will get an exchange if the item wasn't open. That doesn't make any sense at all, period. Basically, what he's stating here is the fact that if it lands on your property, it's yours, and if you open it, it's yours. There's no way around it. So it says right here, clear on his website. Once the product's delivered, no returns or refunds, only exchange for a different mix if the container wasn't open. So how in the world is the customer at the end of the day, if it lands on his property, it's his. It's like you put in a foolproof policy to steal from your customers. Because if that container lands on the property, there's no returns, no refunds. And if the customer just does this, there's no return, no exchange. So technically what you just stated in that policy is that, hey, you're not getting your money back. I can send you down everyday house paint. You wouldn't even know it at the end of the day, and you can't get anything out of that. You're stuck with this no matter what. Heck, the way he made it sound that if he wanted to, he could ship you down orange paint, literally orange paint, and try to get away with it because in his policy, if it lands on the property, does he have anything that says in his policy that says if of wrong color or there's nothing in there? So say he ships you down red paint. There's nothing in his policy right there that says, hey, look, I can give you an exchange if you can prove such and so and so and such and such and so. It's not in there. That's just strictly clean set up to just take your money and keep it at the end of the day. Now, keep in mind, you can get around that policy. We have never lost a PayPal claim through Crow ever. We filed against him. We won every last one of them. He's filed against us. We won every last one of them. So there is a way to get around there. That policy right there is your golden ticket. If you're trying to get your money back, if you're having problems, that right there, PayPal will not honor that at all, period. We actually won 2 claims off that particular statement right there. So PayPal will not honor that. And look, here he is still showing container of whatever that's supposed to be at the end of the day. Jamie, we've done all these tests on our products. As a matter of fact, before the item was shipped to you, We did 2 tests on 2 different gray screen paint products, and they were darker products. Put them against the screen to show you that if you try to make it, this is what's going to happen. So again, we've gone through this already. Now, this is all he has left. This is all he has left to argue about. It's the 2.0. We're not having any problems in the 2.0 because we have orders coming in for the 2.0. So customers can see the difference between our product and yours. Second, I can't express this enough. The 2.0 can beat this product right here. You can't beat this product because we've been asking you to do the test demonstrations on that product and you refuse to do them. So we're just still here waiting. This is why we're coming here doing the demonstration, outing you as a scammer. You have been scamming people for a long time, but this policy right here is freaking nuts. That is absolutely nuts. That's a huge, massive scam right there. There's no way in the world. A customer has nothing. There's no, okay, put it right. I can see if it said different, say if you should be down something wrong color or whatever something may be, and they have to exchange it. But it doesn't even have that in the policy. There's nothing in it that says that. Wow. He's interesting. But anyway, let's get back to this. So, as you can see, and he has no remorse whatsoever. So he's in there lashing out at me for exposing him for basically having a product that matches a house paint. So let's break this down. Jamie goes on camera, makes a video defending his product, ends up matching Network Gray 773 perfectly, to the point where he actually removes the video off his account. Then comes back in and continues to try to sell this product on YouTube, continue to try to sell the product on his website, knowing that he's failed this demonstration. Not only that, throughout the entire demonstration, completely lied through the entire demonstration. And then comes on here as we're exposing him, getting upset, getting angry, getting frustrated, just ranting on back and forth. But that's usually what people do when they get caught. All right, let's go over here. Let's see. So you can see right here, this is the Cinemax. I'm going to show you that this is the same product that we showed you right on his website. He has it up here for sale. He's selling it for $89.41. Now, also too, misleading to his customers and everybody else, he also decided to, on camera, as he was branding his receipts, lie about how much the paint cost. That was a complete lie. If you're paying $40 a quart, it's going to come to $160, not $80, Jamie, $160. There's no way in the world you're going to end up paying $160 for a gallon of paint. Usually when you buy paint, everybody knows this who buys paint, and if you ever bought paint before, they'll tell you it's something like a $10 to $15 difference. Sometimes it's like a $7 difference, depending on the brand you're getting. But you're not going to pay $160 for a gallon of paint. That's insane. I'm paying right now to redo the upstairs. It's costing me $80 to do the upstairs right now for a gallon of paint. So if that paint right there at the end of the day was $40 a pop for a quart, do you have any idea? It's $160. That's not true. So again, that was a complete lie on his behalf, trying to mislead people to tell him that it costs more to buy a gallon of paint than his product. That's a lie. All right, now knowing this, you're seeing the product right here. Let's go to the front page to see if he basically posted any demonstrations showing side-by-side comparisons of the Network Gray 773 and his products. You won't find anything there because he refuses. You can't post something that's going to hurt him at the end of the day. So as you can see, as we scroll down the site, you will see no videos, demonstrations on Network Gray versus his product. Now, Jamie, you came into the room. You made an accusation that we're using special filters on our camera, and that video that is yours, that is missing, not my video, your video that's missing. And in these claims, you stated that we were using a filter to change the outcome of the video that you deleted off your account or removed or did something with it. We asked you if we're doing this, please post it directly to the site. I asked you this 2 days ago. Post a video to the site showing what it really looks like. And yet we don't see anything here. The reason why we don't see anything here, because you probably don't have the video anymore. You probably deleted it off your account. So as we're scrolling down, these are customers displaying the products. Keep in mind, all these customers are now considered to be victims because unless they knew that this was house paint, unless he told them this was house paint, then they got house paint. Keep scrolling down. There we go. That's it. That's the end of the page right there. That's all he has. So basically, as you can see, there's no videos anywhere showing anything at all. Nothing. Showing any comparisons, nothing at all, versus how paint, nothing. So like I said, this is the product we've been asking him to do, the Microblend 773, because we need to know what the other screen paints. We already know the Cinemax is a scam. We do know that. But we need to know basically about the other products that he's selling, the Hybrid Mix, the Personal Mix, how close do those products come to screen paint. And keep in mind, they've never been tested. We have looked for tests on the products. Nothing is coming up, not a thing. The tests that he considers to be tests are extremely poor testing. But other than that, no, there's nothing on the video. There's nothing there at all. Crow talks a lot of trash at the end of the day and does not back it up. But when it comes down to Crow, you are scamming people. Like I said, this is going to be the 5th request. Again, we are requesting for Crow, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez of YouTuber Crows1176, who has been accused of scamming, committing fraud, and everything else you can possibly think of using his YouTube platform and his, actually a couple accounts, eBay account and your website account, to commit fraud and to abuse your privileges on basically, merchandising, selling things on the internet. So this is what we're advising you. This is my 5th time. Now, mind you, we've asked him way before that. Way before back, we asked him about, I think 2 weeks ago, we requested him to do the test. He refused. Now, the 2.0 has done these tests already. My 2.0 does certified. It does white screens, does gray screens, silver screens, all kinds of stuff. But again, 2.0s are tested. You can go into the site, click on the link. It'll take you right to the 3-hour test demonstrations. Crow has nothing at all. Again, product is a matching house paint at the end of the day. So, as I said before, we are requesting for him to do the 3 tests that we're requesting from him: Cinemax, Hybrid, and the Ivy Mix. Now, the reason why he can't do these tests, these would be impossible tests for him to do, but if he did, his product was tested, this would be a breeze. So basically, you will take the Slip Silver and Network Gray 773, you will place this against your Hybrid Mix, you will place it against your Personal Mix, you will also place this against your Cinemax. And those 3 tests, you will start off with ultra short throw. You will do a color pattern, you will do white levels and contrast. We need to see how the paints are going to react in these different levels. You will do each one of these the exact same way. Then you will switch over to a long throw, because they need to see how the screen is going to react on long throw to short throw, because all these tests have to be done. Now, once these tests are completed, one of the tests I really want to see the most, I saw in the demonstration of the Cinemax, that's him right over there carrying on. I saw an image of the Cinemax and the Hybrid Mix. They were so close. Crow, in video demonstrations, we can show you a history of him having paints blending into each other and in claiming that they're different. They're completely different products when they're all the same. So what we need you to do is take the Hybrid and the Cinemax, put them side by side, and we need to see the Slip Silver and we need to see the Network Gray involved in both of those together. Once you have completed those tests, then you will go outside and complete those tests again. This time you will be on a long throw projector when you do those tests, and we suggest the screen size be 100 inches or larger. Projector must be around 12 to 13 feet back from the screen. So we're expecting to see these tests. Now, these are basic tests that we do every day. Every day we do these tests. And for some reason, for a person whose product is supposed to be the best of the best, he has a hard time doing these tests. This is our 5th request. I explained to you when I first came in and I gave you this to begin with. I said, do not let it go into the 4th. Don't let it go into the 5th. Don't even let it go into the 3rds. Because when it starts getting into that, that means at the end of the day, you're dragging your feet. Go to your YouTube channel. If we don't see any demonstrations being done on the product, again, I advise customers, his customers, anybody else trying to do business with them, do not buy from him until these tests are done. Right now, Jamie, as I said before, I'm receiving orders from your customers. Your customers are buying from us. And the reason why is because you can go in and when you look up the Microblend, you will see our test demonstration beating that product. We advertise this for them. So we've been done. Now, again, the longer it takes for you to do these tests, the more your customers are going to question you. And they're going to question you. They're going to go over to Amazon and they're going to pick this up for $17.03, or I think they have on a sale, they have it at $18.99, all the way up more cheaper than in your product. Jamie on eBay, let's go over here. He charges on eBay. He's the only person that charges for 32 ounces. He wants $80. Everybody else for $80 or $89 or $90 some dollars are giving you 3 containers of paint, 3 quarts of paint, while he's charging you for 1. Now, mind you, again, this is the product that matches house paint in the day, and one he refuses to test the rest of them because of the outcome he's afraid of. So everybody else is charging under $50. We charge $38 for 50 ounces. You charge $90, $89 to $90 for 32 ounces. Your product, again, can't pass house paint. You can't pass any of the tests under the 2.0. Keep in mind, the environment that we work on downstairs is much brighter than your environment, and your product would wash out completely down there. You are matching house paint. Jamie, we can go right here and call you a scammer at the end of the day. We can call you a thief. We can call you a liar. We can call you committing fraud. And the reason why we can say this is because we have your video of you trying to remove off your account. We got your video. And in the video, clearly shows your product matching Network Gray 773. And then we go into your website, and you are selling this product. You're selling this product to your customers, unsuspected customers, customers that already know about this nonsense. Look at him. Look, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what he's typing in over and over and over again. This is a person that you trust with your credit card at the end of the day. That's how angry he is right now. People get angry when they're outed. That's Jamie. Writing the same thing over and over again. And that's him live. Look at him. Upset and angry. Calling other people scammers. And buddy, the evidence is there, man. Now, I told you, he does weird stuff. We can't make this up. We can't make it up. I told you, we always catch him doing crazy stuff. And this is what he does. He's typing the same thing over and over again. Do you know how much of a mental issue you have to have at the end of the day to type this thing over and over and over and over and over again? That right there, people, is a total breakdown somewhere along the line. Or a scammer who got caught and scared, afraid, can't back his products up. You see that what's coming across right now? You know what kind of information I'm getting off of that? He's pressured by his customers. His customers are pressuring him. And that's why he's reacting that way. He's typing anything over and over. And of course he's scared because here, you got busted. You're caught, Jamie. You are caught. You scammed people. You stole from people at the end of the day. You lied on camera. Even worse, man, you stole from a church. That's even worse. I couldn't imagine what you told them to convince them to buy this product. But I'm pretty sure you didn't show them that demonstration on the Network Gray 773 comparison. Pretty sure you didn't show them that. So what that church has sitting on their wall right now is a complete lie. You stole from them. If they gave you money to go in and paint that screen and whatever you told them, you lied to them. And this is, I did a bunch of people wrong. I promised to do better the next time around. Nothing. Just you in there ranting saying you're scared. What would I be scared of? I test products every single day. Well, I can back my products up. You, on the other hand, we're doing a demonstration. We're showing people at the end of the day of you on your own video in your house matching a house paint and still continue to sell the house paint right here on your website. Like it never even happened. And this is how you react. This is how Jamie is reacting. Let's go back and let's scroll and see some of the crazy stuff. And he just, look at this. This is crazy. This is him. This is what you're trusting at the end of the day to process your orders. Yeah. There you go. Sad dude, like I said. And then he's in there ranting about you can't back up your paint. I'm not going to go into that because you already know what we do over here from the door. But again, you're selling a product. This is what how much now is. He's selling a product that at the end of the day is matching in a video of house paint. And here he says, you can back it up. I see you in court. Well, I'm still waiting for your attorney to call us, so he hasn't called us yet. So, yeah. And mind you, speaking of the whole court thing, this is a fellow who sat in someone's yard while a fake attorney, I don't know, was acting like he was giving him what was going to happen to me. I was like, what, last year? I'm still here. Never saw a day in court. What are you talking about? But okay, look, at the end of the day, people, as you can see, this is the person that comes on camera on YouTube. This is how he carries himself. This is how he cuts up and acts up. He's clearly busted. He's upset and angry about it that we're actually on his site showing a product that he should not be selling at the end of the day to anybody. And you can see in the videos, as we showed you here, this is the fellow right here that has robbed so many people on this fake screen paint product, but yet tries to make it look like the product actually works at the end of the day. You're clicking here in the background, here over again, that's him responding back. But there he is right there. And this is what he's upset about. This is what he's angry about, because he got caught. And that's usually what scammers do when they get caught. They lash out at everybody else. It's everybody else's fault but their own fault. They will not take the blame for their own actions. So it's everybody else's fault that you got caught scamming people on house paint, saying your product was just that and the other. Everybody else's fault. Can't make it up. Martin there started ranting in the room. All right, people, we're going to come back in really quick. We can't pass up this opportunity right here. We can't. This is Jamie in the flesh. So we have to show you the reaction of a scammer and how they're busted and getting caught. Scammer getting busted and caught, and how they reacted to it. So I'll be back in. Jamie, like I said before, 5th request. Don't make it a 6th request tomorrow, please. Okay, can you please get the test demonstrations done? We would appreciate it. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.